Oh, right, turn 6. I think I can finally take 2 provinces confidently this turn. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to backtrack from Strongdale, but what I'll do is I'll backtrack from Strongdale through Shadow Glade, pick up a couple more cavalry, and then join troops to assault Pronda. So, Strongdale is going to get these guys and these guys, Ford Prefect, all attacking. That should be fine. We're going to set them to attack, hold an attack rear, hold an attack rear. Over here, we took Baguloth with no casualties, so we've got more troops joining the fight at Baguloth. We're sending a commander back to pick up the guys we're recruiting in Witch Haven. And so Wicker Woods is going to get slammed with 17 cavalry. Should be able to take that out pretty easily. And then, next turn, Tianchi is recruiting 12 Barbarian Heavy Horsemen. Actually, Omarbe, move up there, to be honest. 23 resources. Recruiting a commander here is going to be expensive. Oh yeah, this glitch was introduced in the last update, where sometimes if you have a commander on repeat recruitment, it doesn't remove their resources, which confuses me. But yeah, see, like that. See, I know I'm all of a sudden negative 16 resources, so I actually can't recruit that last Barbarian Heavy Horse. It's a visual glitch, but it's very confusing when the computer says, oh yeah, you can recruit this many troops, and then you can't actually, just because it's not counting the resources of commanders that are put on repeat recruitment. So, you know, just one of those things, I guess. But yeah, so I've got 11 Barbarian Heavy Horse, and then I'm just going to put in another one just for laughs. Or actually, what I might be able to do is I might be able to replace one or two of these guys with, because I can put in an Ancestor Vessel there. And I'm just using them as, like I said, I'm just using them as higher stat Barbarian Heavy Horse, essentially. Because they are higher stat in every way. Everything about them is better. Or equal. So yeah, we'll do that. And get an Ancestor Smith. Hebo here has gotten randomed Astral, so great. I'm going to use him to site search. Qiqing is moving with troops. Yeah, he's going over there. That's fine. Hebo is going to move over here and start site searching. And we're going to start prepping to have a fortress here in Northia. Sounds good. Midgard still hasn't taken Wick. That's fine. Man's army has vanished. Now, given that what I can see, that probably means they went here to Bright Woods and they're planning to attack Silbermark. I really don't want them to do that. I want to take Silbermark. So I'm going to shoot them back a message letting them know that I consider Province 15 to be my territory. And we'll get there in the next couple turns. Because once with this level of recruitment, I'll be able to start churning out expansion parties very, very quickly. That can run around and just take out commanders and win the day in that way. Hopefully this expansion party will be able to go up to Gol Amrod, while this expansion party doubles back and then takes Pronda, and we can kind of expand up into this corner, maybe grab that province as well. So overall, I think I'm in okay position. It's turn 6. I only have 5 provinces, but I should still be alright. Now the other thing is, actually, and this is something that I need to rectify right away, I haven't been using all of my commander points. So what I should be doing is I should be recruiting a mage and a general in a given turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or doubling up on mages, but my mages are kind of expensive, so I don't think I can practically do that. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go double Master of the Way. And get 2 more Barbarian Heavy Horse out of it. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, because I start with a 3 command point Citadel, and I just hadn't been paying attention. I've been tired the last couple of days. What can I say? So, yeah, we should be able to take Silbermark without too much trouble. Omarbe is moving up there to grab these cats. He doesn't need to, though. He can actually move right over. No, go over there, grab them, come down, and then you can go take Silbermark. Because you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Barbarian Heavy Horse. And then you get Barbarian Heavy Horse 2 turns of recruitment plus these 2 guys down here. So yeah, he should end up with almost 20 cavalry. Now that should be able to take out 50 Ictiads. Great, sounds like a plan. So we're taking Strongdale, we're taking Wicker Woods. Next turn we will take only 1 province. This force in Wicker Woods will move up to take Gol Amrod or possibly Prada. Yeah, I think they'll move up to take Gol Amrod. and then the turn after that, hopefully, the aim will be to take Gol Amrod, one of these provinces, and Silbermark all at the same turn. So that will be turn 9. If that all goes to plan, I'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 provinces on turn 9, which is pretty respectable. And then I'll have some forces down here, I'll have forces up here ready to continue expanding to the north, and I'll have an army here or here ready to keep moving in whatever direction I need. Yeah. May well end up conflicting with Man. I was talking about how Midgard makes the logical target last turn, but actually, to be honest, geographically speaking, probably the easiest thing to do is to segue expansion parties heading north and south directly into an attack on Man. So that may be what's the best thing to do. I don't want to attack Centania this turn because while this is a decent little force, it's still relatively light and they could push me off pretty easily. What I want to do is roll armies north and south into him at the same time. That would be useful. So, that'll be the plan, and I'll see y'all on turn 7. Alright, folks, turn 7. This turn we took both of our targets with minimal losses. Strongdale, we lost 3 archers and 1 lizard, and Wickerwoods, we lost 1 barbarian heavy horseman. So, pretty good results all told. How did we lose the 1? Charge went in alright. Got the commanders. Had some crossbow fire coming in because the crossbowmen were ignored for some reason, but that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. Who died? So this guy was... he was hit by an incredibly lucky light infantry and killed instantly. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you know, fair play to you. Can't really criticize that. Sometimes you get lucky. Satis has made Calcium the Grave Consort their prophet. So, this army is now ready to move. I do have a little bit of recruitment coming from Northia, but I have more recruitment, of course, coming from Shadow Glade. So Ford Prefect is going to move back through Shadow Glade. Dikang here is going to search for magic sites and then move along. Hibo is also searching for magic sites, and so is... I can't pronounce that. I'm just not that good, sorry. Legong here is going to move up into Gol Amrod. Next turn, I've got a lot of Barbarian Heavy Horse coming out. I mean, a lot. I have 11 right now, so Amarbe is actually just going to stay here for 1 turn. He'll pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more, for a total of 24 Barbarian Heavy Horse, plus what Ford Prefect has, plus the guys that we're getting out of this province here, which will be 3 more, plus a regular Barbarian Horseman. And we will storm into Pranda, overwhelm it, and continue northwards into Gold Mountains, hopefully. Or we may... it's only fall. This mountain pass is for some reason passable. If it was passable next turn, then I would try to cut across into Seneca. But I'm not sure if it will be. We'll see in any case. I should take that province next turn. I kind of want to take out these Ictiads, though. I do have the resources to recruit a heavy horse, but not the gold. It all just kind of depends on where I want to go. Like, I could move Omarbe down. Yeah, you know what? I think... So that's 15. 5, 6, 7. Plus another 4. Okay, so Omarbe is actually going to move south into Witch Haven. Oh no, I'm recruiting a commander there. Yeah, he needs to go there in order to have enough troops. So then he could take those guys to take out the Ictiads. So that'll be that turn. Then next turn we'll take that. And then we'll be ready to launch an invasion of Man on 2 fronts if we want to do that. In the meantime, we also really want to get a fort going. So, because it is turn 7, I want to have a fort going by turn 10 at the latest, which of course means I need more income. So that just lines right up with taking more provinces. We do have enemy dominion over here, we see Ulm, and we now see Atlantis as well. Atlantis having a province over here is interesting. I don't know where their capital is. but I'd like to know. That said, I need to use my scouts right now to ensure that I know where everything about man is, so that when I go in, I can try to overwhelm them with the rush quickly. And I may not go in on man immediately. I mean, the thing that I need to prevent, though, is he can't get both that province and that province. Centennia, I happen to know, is quite a good province. And he can't have that angle. He can't have all this space. Because if he has all this space, then I geographically am quite squeezed. Now, I could potentially kind of try to mirror him by spreading outwards in an effort to gain more space myself. But, I don't know. It's easier, it's a lot more convenient to move north-south. So we'll see. We'll see if we can take Gold Mountains away. I think we probably can. I need another commander, though. So I'm actually gonna cancel that guy and put a Khan in his place instead. That'll cut me down on resources a little bit, so we'll go we'll go with a standard cav instead there. That'll be fine. Alright, so that's the turn. I'll see y'all in turn 8. In terms of research, nothing really doing, just because I haven't really been recruiting a whole lot of mages. And the ones that I have recruited are out doing other things. So, I'll see you next turn. Okay, turn 8 of the tournament game. This turn we're actually going for a triple expand, so I think we should be picking up speed a little bit now. Omarba here is going to lead troops into Silvermark. Wolfsign is going to go up north there. I've got 15 cavalry. I feel like that should be enough to take out these Ictiads. I could be wrong. We will find out. Up here, Li Gong is leading his troops up into the Two Woods. I'm pretty confident that his 13 cavalry, including the Ancestor vessels, will be sufficient to take out 30 assorted low-quality Indies, especially since they have a little bit of experience on them. And then down here in Pranda, we have a grand total of 35 units, 25 of which are cavalry, converging on them. So we should be able to wipe that out pretty well, and then move right on up to the Gold Mountains. Now, I don't know if this is an expansion party. It might be, I suppose, a stealthy expansion party, but if so, it's hiding. So, hopefully not. There's a judge there in Centennia, and we will very shortly see what can be seen. We're going to double recruit Barbarian Heavy Horse this turn down there. We're trying to save up a little bit of cash because I would like to start a fort. I guess it would have to be next turn. It has to be turn 9. Both Northia and now Gol Amrod. Gol Amrod is actually a pretty good place for a fort as well. We're going to start recruiting scouts there, and probably next turn we'll start a fort in one of those two places. Hopefully. I'm hoping to secure, pretty significant additional income this turn. And then we'll be off and rolling with the cavalry. There's Man, as you can see. We've got pretty good province defense there. That province has not been taken. So it looks like Man is not as large as I was kind of afraid they would be. They've got, I can see right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Manish provinces, which is more than I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8. But I think I'm about to start expanding a lot more rapidly than them. And from here, I will pop up into the Gold Mountains and then take Setica. And I'm not really going to talk to Man about that, because if we bump, that's fine, to be honest. I don't, I'm okay with fighting them. So, that is the plan. Short episode, but that's fine. I did hit Conjuration level 1 this turn. My research is very, very slowly starting to pick up, but I probably won't have any real research by the time the fighting starts to happen, if the fighting starts to happen soonish. We'll see. It's possible that I'll be able to just claim this. If I can claim all this, like all these 4, then that's fine. I'll just take them. I mean, I'll be okay with that. If Man wants to take more than like 1 of these, then we're going to have a problem. Now, this province he may well not have, because he doesn't have that one, and he doesn't have that one, and he doesn't have that one. So he can't have this province yet, unless he's done some weird thing where he made a loop, which is always possible, I guess. So I should be able to grab that. I'm really, really hoping to grab Gold Mountains as well. If not, like I said, we're going to have a problem, because he has this that's within two moves of my capital, so I kind of really want to have that one. Or if that's a shitty one, then I want to have Centania instead. Ideally, I would have both, and I'm fine with the idea of having a fight over them. So, we will see you in turn 9 and find out how the triple expand went. Take care till then. Okay, folks, turn 9 of the tournament game, and everything went off without a hitch last turn. We took Silvermark with no casualties, we took Pronda with no casualties, we took the 2 woods. I think we had 1 casualty. No, it was in Pronda we had 1 casualty. We lost a Lizard Warrior to a heavy cavalry charge, but in every other case, everything went just fine. So, down in Silvermark, we've got 15 cavalry here. We're recruiting more cavalry over there. So that's good. We're kind of in position. I'm going to bounce a scout off of the caverns this turn just to kind of see. Just to find out if there's anything, how tough this defense really is. Because this is mainly cavemen and heavy infantry. Well, you know, of all the things that are good at hitting cavalry, cavemen and heavy infantry are not among them. So it's possible, it's just possible, that I could potentially take that province out with this force and claim Silvermark, without having to go to war with anybody, yet. I'm advancing aggressively against the borders of Man, trying to hold Man kind of in place. Now, I bet this is an army of 30 units. I have, of course, 13 units. However, my 13 units are Ancestor Vessels and Barbarian Heavy Horse. So I'm thinking if we bump in Glistening Wood, I might win that. Because I'm looking at his army here, right, in God's Tomb Mountains. His army, after losses, he's got 9 Wardens, which get blessed up to, and they hit quite hard, so they do hit well. 3 Spearmen, 6 Longbowmen, 8 Defenders, which are good, solid, heavy infantry with crossbows. That's fine. A Mage, a Lord Warden, a Judge, and a Castellan, who I think is his prophet, if I recall correctly. If we pause here, we can take a look at the commanders. So yeah, he has Bro with a Fro, his prophet. His prophet actually has a disease, and so is about to die. He has unequaled obesity. So his spellcasting encumbrance is 12, so he will fatigue himself out casting spells. There's his Lord Warden, Dagare, and then back here he has his 2 mages. So, and for some reason, Elfold the Judge is the one carrying 4 air gems. I don't know why he would be carrying the air gems when Sabert here is the only one who could use them, but in any case, he is. So, this army, even faced with this random, unorganized independence, they did take casualties. The bless on his wardens makes them very dangerous after they've scored a kill, but not so much beforehand. I mean, like, if they can hit me with the greatsword, then yes, they'll do a lot of damage. If they hit me with a crossbow, yes, they'll do quite a bit of damage. 12 piercing AP will absolutely cut through the prot on my heavy cavalry, but they still probably won't actually kill me in one shot. So, I feel like my heavy cavalry might actually be able to beat this army, if for no other reason than because they'll actually rush around, kill the mages, and then come forward, and they may well get the commanders. I probably won't win when we bump, but I might. I don't know. And if I lose, I'll still take out the Magister Arcane and the Judge, that's 170 gold and 70 gold. So that's enough to pay for almost the whole expansion party right there if I kill those 2 units. If I also kill his Prophet, then, you know, that's fine, to be honest. And yeah, my Ancestor Vessels, when they land a Lance Charge, or heck, my Barbarian Heavy Horsemen, when they land a Lance Charge, they're hitting at 28 piercing damage. So they can absolutely one-shot any unit in this army. And the longbows might hurt them, might even kill them potentially, but they do have shields, so they can parry arrows and crossbow bolts. If parried, a crossbow bolt is not going to cut it. If not parried, then a crossbow bolt will hurt these guys quite a bit, but like I said, unlikely to kill in one shot. So, I don't know, I'm willing to take the gamble, at least. Although, you know, come to think of it, I don't really need to take that gamble, do I? Not just yet. When I could instead concentrate all of my forces in Pronda. See, if I move Legong over here to Pronda, then I end up with a very powerful cavalry strike force organized there. and let him fight the woodsmen. The woodsmen are unlikely to inflict much damage to this army. Man right now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 provinces. Looks like possibly 11, counting their capital. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, also counting my capital, and I'm poised to take at least one more this turn. I can't get over there, unfortunately. Yi the Khan here is heading back home. Ford Prefect the Prophet is going to continue to lead my troops with his Heavenly Strike power. I really want to try and take Glistening Wood. I know that we're going to bump if I do. It will depend on who gets there first, is the thing. And since my troops, because what I don't want is, ideally, his army would fight these guys, and then I would come in and kill them after they've taken a couple of casualties from them. But what's more likely to happen, because my troops are faster, is that my cavalry here storms in, fights the woodsman, takes them out with probably no casualties, but some damage, potentially. And then these guys come sweeping in and finish me off. Or at least we have, like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take the risk. I don't lose anything irreplaceable if I lose, and I'll probably inflict pretty significant damage, so that's fine. Down here, crossbowmen and heavy cav, this force should be able to deal with that. They'll be focused on the archers, primarily, and so my cavalry should be able to sweep around the flanks and take them out post-haste. Omarby here has these 15 units. He's going to hold for one turn, and that will enable him to pick up one cavalry here. Then he'll move to Witch Haven, which will enable him to pick up, he's getting 2 plus that one, enable him to pick up 5 more cavalry there. I'm also recruiting some more Barbarian Heavy Horse, and Yi will be able to pick them up. And then I will either move in this direction and start clearing some of these indies that are between Ulm and I, or I will push down into Manish territory and take out Centania, one of the two. In terms of mercenaries, there are no mercenaries worth the name. I could recruit the fishermen and go into Blue Waters, I suppose. But fuck that. I'll deal with that later if I want to. Hobo is still over here searching for magic sites, and I am recruiting a spirit master for nature so that I can start searching for nature sites as well, and just start building up some more gem income, to be honest. That's my main goal here. And I'm saving up. I'm not recruiting a second mage, because I'm using that money to build a palisading Gol Amrod with the Mine of Superior Iron and the forests that are nearby it. It should have pretty decent resource income. And of course, I plan to take Old Man Mountains and then this throne as well. So I am up to Comsath. Comsath looks pretty heavily defended. It has at least one sorceress, phantasmal warriors, heavy cavalry. Kind of a moderately tough throne. This throne looks like it could be easy. Oh, it's in a cave. Never mind. Ugh, that's not going to be easy. Never mind that. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to move him back over there. And we'll recruit one more Barb Heavy Horse in the capital. I also have 2 over here, but I've stopped recruiting troops in that province. And I don't need to be recruiting troops in this province either. I do have 3 cavalry. I guess I'll give them to Dikang. And he can do something with them. We'll see. And then I would definitely like to, after taking Gold Mountains, sweep down here and take both of those provinces. So if I can take all 4 of these, then I'll be in pretty good shape size-wise. If I can just take these 3 and then go over here and claim a couple of these, then I'll also be in pretty solid shape. It looks like Ulm, which is right here, is not expanding very quickly. I think they're shy of the heavy cavalry and crossbowmen over here. So that's good, because that means that I have a pretty decent shot at taking a couple of those. So like I said, Omarbe will sweep over here, Yi will reinforce him, and they'll go in to take Zox and Latian and potentially Old Man Mountains. But we'll just kind of see where that goes. So, early winter, turn 9, first fort going down. Should have a second fort starting pretty soon here in Northia. And things are going all right. Research still very slow, but that's fine. Haven't been focused on research at all because my early game, I can pretty much carry on the backs of these really good cavalry. In a short while, I am definitely going to have to start working on, you know, actual magic. Once I hit Conjuration level 3, Alt level 5, I'll be in pretty good shape to be going on with. And then we'll move on from there. Probably mostly focusing on Conjuration, because the rest of my Bless will at some point be coming into effect. So, I will see you all in turn 10. Alright, so turn 10. This has been kind of an interesting one. We had several battles, didn't find any magic sites. We bounced a scout off the caverns. The caverns actually has a sorcerer and 2 wizards in it. So lots of magical support in here, as well as a very large chunk of cavemen. In caves, cavemen are actually kind of dangerous because everyone's defense score is lowered so much by the darkness. So, like, they can actually hit you. And when they hit you, they do a crap ton of damage. So mostly cavemen. And we've got a Death 2, Blood 2 sorcerer. We've got an Earth 2 wizard and a Fire 3 wizard. So gonna be plenty of elementals coming out. This is a pretty tough throne. In Glistening Wood, Man moved in and took the place, with, unfortunately, no casualties. And they also broke up in a way that was clearly designed to stymie my cavalry, which is, you know, fair enough. So the Wardens went in. This is Sakane playing Man, by the by. So he went in there. Then, of course, we hit Glistening Woods, and his new formation worked well. He did exactly what he was hoping he would do, which was he got his infantry in the way of my cavalry. He stopped me before I hit his archers as well. So we inflicted a few casualties, but not all that many. His Wardens held off my cavalry quite effectively with their heavy prot and all that. I got some kills on the charge, but afterwards my cavalry just kind of got wiped out. They got jammed fighting the defenders with high prot and high defense skill, and the Wardens. So all told, I lost significantly more than he did. I did keep my con, fortunately. All of my other units died. I killed 3 defenders and 3 wardens, so definitely not an even trade. That's okay, though. Like I said, I was willing to risk that. I was willing to take that gamble. It was worth a shot, but just in case he hadn't positioned his troops correctly. However, I did get gold mountains, so that's fine. I'm now collapsing troops into Sedeca, and then from there I'll be going into Faldenberg, and I don't think he can stop me from taking either of those. That army, 20 crossbone and wardens, I don't think is necessarily enough to take Faldenberg. He can try. He might bounce. I am hoping he won't want to take the risk. And I've told him that I'm going to take these 2 provinces. So this army will move down here, take those 2 provinces, and that'll be my northern border. After that, I'm actually willing to agree to a non-aggression pact with him. Sakane is quite a good player, and I do, upon consideration and seeing that he has these forces right here, if I wanted to fight Man right now, the thing to do would be to try and go in from both ends of his empire at once, right at the moment, which I could theoretically do, because I have about 20 cavalry up north. I'm going to assemble 7 more, so that'll be 25. And then, of course, I have this army right here with Ford Prefect. I could potentially get into his territory and cause some damage, but he'd be able to stop me. So, I think it's worth more right now to just snap up the independent provinces along my flank, get those. If I can get those 2 plus these 3, then I'll be at quite a healthy size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 provinces. That would be nice. That would be a very good shout. And Ulm seems to be being pretty tenuous about claiming some of these, so I should be able to grab them. My cavalry can deal with them, at least in numbers, and I guess his troops, he doesn't feel confident in being able to fight them off. So, I'm actually going to give those guys to UT. Wosan can stay there. I've cut back on recruitment some. I am, of course, building the fort here in Gol Amarod. I want to start a fort somewhere else as well. Northia is the one that I've talked about before. Northia is a good place for it. Gonna have to wait till next turn, though. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it up next turn. Right now I'm pumping out a lot of Barbarian Horsemen. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them. So, almost 150 gold worth. They're really gold cheap. That's the thing that I love about Barbarian Heavy Horse, okay? They're solid heavy cavalry, and they're really gold cheap. You can churn these guys out like nobody's business, and their upkeep cost is low. I mean, like, go over here. Compare Barbarian Heavy Horse to Standard Heavy Cavalry. Standard Heavy Cavalry cost 1.5 times as much, plus double the resources and double the recruitment points. They have higher prot, but lower defense skill, and their attack skill is actually lower as well, plus they're a little bit slower. And they don't have the composite bow. And of course, Barbarian Heavy Horse have a pillager bonus, which doesn't matter, but I mean, they have it. So, overall, Barbarian Heavy Horse are actually a better unit, an equal or better unit, for 2/3 of the price. They're really solid. I love them. Love them to bits. So, Ligong here is going to fall back. In Gold Mountains, we need to pop in some province defense. And recruit a unit. We can recruit crossbowmen here. There's a lot of resources in this province. So, I should probably throw down a fort here as well, to be honest. Grab a unit there. Grab a unit here. Just working to stymie random events. I think I have a unit here, don't I? No, I don't. Grab a unit there. Haven't done this before. I really could do this off camera, but I just thought about it, so I'm going ahead and doing it. Just popping down one unit in every province that will stay there. Hover around, prevent some bad events. That's all my gold. Okay, that's fine. So, that's the plan. In terms of research, research is still very slow. We're about to hit Conjuration level 2, which is definitely slow for turn 10. But it should be picking up because we're starting to double recruit mages now. And as long as we keep double recruiting mages, we'll be in pretty good shape. Like I said, hoping to start the next fort next turn. And that will put me in decent shape as far as forts go. We'll upgrade that fort as soon as it finishes. We're moving a mage up there to build a lab, which we can also delay for one turn if we have to, because it's still 3 turns until the palisade finishes. And all these guys actually do need a temple as well as a lab to be built. Pretty much all of my mages do. So I do need 2 pieces of infrastructure here in Gol Amrod. And considering I might want to actually cancel these Barbarian Heavy Horse. Yeah, that would save me 265 gold. I'm going to cancel troop recruitment for this turn. Because that should enable me to build at least 1 piece of infrastructure. Whether it's starting the fort or getting the lab or the temple going. Yeah, good. That'll keep me on track. Okay, that's turn 10. I'll see y'all in turn 11.